I'm Cameron, this is my wife Courtney, and this is our son Cruz, and he was adopted 4.5 months ago, and we used a Forever Bound adoption here in Utah.
We actually live out of state, so when we went to do the adoption process, we'd pursued adoption for the last couple years, and nothing really worked out quite the way we were hoping. We've experienced a couple of failures before we got to having Cruz.
And the great thing about Forever Bound when we contacted them is they're obviously the experts, and so they knew what to do and how to direct us. And so some of the things that really stood out to me about their service was their accessibility. They were always available to us, whether it was by text, by email, by phone call. They were always willing to help us answer questions. And a lot of times it was simple questions that we just were curious about. Obviously there were more important questions as well, but they were always accessible and always very timely in their responses, which we really appreciated. And then really the other thing that stuck out to me about Forever Bound was the affordability. We had looked into several other options with agencies and with just going with a law firm. But for the amount of services that Forever Bound offered and for the price, it was really the easiest decision. So we were very appreciative of those two things, at least I was.
I think the most important thing to me was having and feeling a personal relationship as well. So yes, affordability and looking for the bang for your buck is important, but I really felt like I developed a very strong relationship with Forever Bound, and specifically with our counselor who worked with us. Her name was Natalie, and she really went the extra mile to make me feel comfortable, and I felt very at peace with everything because of her. So I think whether it's a personal relationship, and not to say that you need to be like best friends with the agency, that's not exactly what we're going for. You're looking for professionalism as well, but to be able to have somebody who's your advocate is something that is so important, and I felt like we had that in Forever Bound, and I felt like I specifically had that in Natalie, so that was great.
As an adoptive couple, we really can't say enough good things about Forever Bound. We feel like the services that they offered were done very personally and very compassionately. And so if you're an adoptive couple looking for an agency, don't hesitate to contact them, and we're very confident that they'll take great care of you.
Our experience with Forever Bound was beyond anything that we could have imagined. It was fantastic. We felt like everyone at Forever Bound was passionate about what they were doing. They were compassionate to us. They were professional, and we can't recommend them highly enough.